Hi guys, welcome back to my videos. I hope you're doing great. My name is Isha and I'm a life coach specializing in emotional freedom and helping you merge with your highest version. So today we are going to talk about an indispensable skill that we all must include in our lifestyle, whether we are at the peak of our life or it slows. Okay, yes, I am talking about the importance of grounding ourselves in everyday lives. So what is grounding and why it is important? Grounding is simply about releasing all the pent up energy from our body. So it's also about bringing yourself back to the present moment and feeling connected to your body and the world around you. Think of it as in hitting a mental reset button, helping you feel calm, stable, and in control instead of stressed, scattered, or anxious. So it's as simple as noticing your breath, feeling your feet on the ground, or focusing on what's happening right now. So when we are grounded, we feel at home in our bodies. Okay. So if we do not practice grounding regularly now, it can manifest as chronic inflammation in our body. And additionally, if we do not release the energy that is not ours, energy picked up from the surroundings or social media, it can show up in our behaviors as pride, guilt, sadness, or a feeling of superiority or inferiority. So, grounding doesn't just affect our body, it subtly but powerfully impacts our mind as well. Okay, you may have heard of earthing or grounding in our households as well. The ground wire channels the excess or unbalanced electrical impulses straight into the ground, keeping both our homes and ourselves safe, right? So, similarly, our bodies can become short circuited if we do not release stuck or that pent up energy, contributing to physical, emotional, or mental imbalances in our body. Okay, so common signs that you see when you are ungrounded now, you may lack grounding if you experience that brain fog or distraction around you, disturbed sleep patterns, overthinking or rumination, or lack of energy all the time, or difficulty in making decisions, those digestive issues, skin allergies, chronic pain or inflammation, those mood swings or racing thoughts, or getting caught in personal dramas. You might also be ungrounded if you are obsessed with your personal image, having a strong desire for those material things, or are easily deceived by yourself or by others. Okay, now find what are the signs you are seeing in you. Okay, now let's discuss the 5 powerful benefits of grounding ourselves. So first and foremost is it immediately reduces stress and anxiety. Grounding calms our nervous system, bringing us back from racing thoughts to the present moment. Secondly, it restores our emotional balance. It helps regulate emotions and prevents overreactions or negativity from taking over. Okay. Thirdly, it increases our mindfulness and clarity. So it improves our focus, our decision making capacity, and helps us respond instead of reacting to a situation. Okay. Fourth is it boosts our physical vitality. Connecting with the earth's energy improves our sleep, reducing our body inflammation, boosting our immunity, and balances our body pH. Okay. Fourth is it enhances our spiritual connection, which means it deepens our inner peace, presence, and alignment with our authentic self, helping you feel rooted yet expansive in your own energy. Okay, so let's discuss some of the free, available, powerful ways to ground ourselves, especially in those moments of high energy where we need to keep ourselves together and be in our own energy and vibe. And the key to using any of these types of methods that I'm going to share right now is to pay attention to how you feel both during and after using the technique. Okay, so the first method is walking barefoot on ground or grass if possible, or being in sunlight for a while, or simply sitting under a tree helps you release all the incoherent energy and help you rebalance your state of mind. Holding your hand on a tree will instantly ground you. And no, you don't need to be a tree hugger although embracing a tree with both hands also works. Okay, and walking barefoot now, it has also added benefit of massaging your acupuncture points in your feet, just like in reflexology. Okay, now another powerful technique is breath work. Whenever you feel immediately drained after a work, a conversation with someone, or after doing a mentally heavy task, now just few minutes of breath work really helps you to recenter your energy, your calm, and releasing all the unwanted energy from your system. Okay, third method is taking a cold shower. Exposure to cold just for 30 seconds to 5 minutes have been proved to increase our immunity and elevate our mood by triggering the dopamine. Okay, so especially targeting the cold water on the back of your neck and the top of your head. Okay, another method is 5 4 3 2 1 method, which is a very popular method for instant grounding. So it is simply a mindfulness movement to ground your physical senses. And the method is 5 is see, notice and acknowledge 5 things you can see around you. 4 is for touch, notice and acknowledge 4 things that you can touch, including furniture, textures, etc. 3 is hear, notice and acknowledge 3 things that you hear in your environment. All those focus on those sounds, not on the thoughts. Okay, 2 stands for smell, which is acknowledge 2 things you can smell at that moment. Okay, this can be done outside, but virtually everything within your home has a distinct smell, right? 1 is taste, which is acknowledge 1 thing that you can taste. What did you eat for breakfast? How was that toothpaste? Anything. Okay, now, another technique is mindful stretching or moving your body. It could be jumping jack, bicycling, skipping rope, or simply those basic stretchings of our body. Okay, the key is to using stretching as a grounding technique, however, is to bring your awareness to the act of stretching and the experience within your body. Okay, so mindful stretching helps integrate the body and mind together. It's an underrated yet highly effective way to ground yourself. Okay, next is meditate or simply sit still for 10 to 15 minutes. It helps recenter your energy, align your 7 chakras, and deeply ground you from the core. Okay, next technique I want to talk about is covering your crown. Covering the center point of the crown of your head. It is very simple. When you feel ungrounded, now place one hand over the crown of your head. That's it. It really helps you to avoid any distractions around you and to recenter yourself within your energy. Try this method, okay? Next is hydrating ourselves enough and having meals while sitting on the floor whenever possible. Okay, in ancient times now, people used to sit on ground while having their meals, and that not only allows them good digestion of food but also helps with rebalancing their body energy. Okay, and hydration, of course, flush out the metabolic waste and environmental toxins. So letting go of these physical burdens can really release that stuck energy in our body. Okay, now ninth technique I want to share with you is savoring a scent. Using fragrances also helps a lot with grounding ourselves. Different kind of fragrances have different impact on our body. Like few helps with sleeping, while other increase our focus or help us being calm or in a good mood. Okay, now, last but not the least method is journaling or brain dumping. Write down all the thoughts or emotions to release the mental clutter and recenter yourself. Journaling helps with grounding by bringing your scattered thoughts and emotions into the present moment, giving them a safe place to be expressed. Okay, so, grounding isn't just a practice, it's a lifeline. It's how we release what does not serve us, reconnecting with our bodies, and reclaiming our energy. Okay, so when you make grounding a part of your everyday life, now you are not just reducing the stress or improving your focus, you are choosing to live fully present, balanced, and in an empowered state all the time. Okay, so today, take a moment, feel your feet on the ground, breathe deeply, or touch a tree. Start small, but start now. Your mind, body, and spirit will thank you. Remember, the more grounded you are, the more you calm, the more you can navigate the life highs and lows with clarity, calm, and confidence in yourself. Okay? And now comes the call to action part of the session. I hope you are sitting with a pen and paper. So I would like you to write down the signs your body or your mind is showing that indicate you need more grounding. Okay, I have shared some signs in this session as well. So write down any 5 signs that are most evident. They could be physical, mental, or emotional. Okay, and then from the list I shared above, pick any 3 techniques that you are going to incorporate into your routine for the next week. Okay, and afterward, come back to the page where you wrote your signs and compare the difference for yourself. Okay, with this, I close today's session. See you in my next video. Till then, take care.